There is no black history, there is no black story without music. And that's why last week, when we held the first official celebrations of Black History Month at the Alberta Legislature, we made sure there was music there. Absolutely. I didn't think anything could top the energy that was in that space last week, but we had 426 members of our community there to celebrate. But I'll tell you, this year tonight sure comes close. Music, and in particular gospel music, is an essential part of our heritage. It is music that is imbued with the blood, sweat, and tears of generations of our ancestors. It was their solace and their respite. It was their cry of joy. And it was their prayer and cry for freedom. It's been part of the center of our communities for decades. Much as the Black church has been part of the core of our communities. And that has also been true here in Alberta. In those historic Black communities that were first founded here by the settlers which came to this province in the early 1900s, founded communities like Keystone and Breton, Amber Valley, Campsie, and the generations of people that grew up in those communities for whom the church was the center of their community and for whom music was a key part of that community. The opportunity for them to come together and celebrate and to remember their own history and their heritage. It's an important part of our remembering the value and the contributions of the Black community here in this province. Contributions of people like Lavero Carter, a man who I understand tended the flame of gospel music here in our city. And not only that, helped to record and preserve the history of the Black community here in Alberta and across Canada, and ran a successful youth program, Operation We Care. It's important that we remember these stories of everyday people, alongside those of the more prominent members that we remember every year, like Cowboy John Ware, J.D. Edwards, women like Violet King, the first Black female lawyer in Canada, and here in Alberta. These are all incredible stories. And I continue to be amazed as I learn how many here in our local communities have been working to preserve the story of these men and women of African descent who have been here and part of our province's legacy for over 135 years, seeking better lives with hope and high spirits, a dream we all share. How they pioneered those communities, and although they had their share of struggles, and indeed had to fight through prejudice and discrimination, they persevered and laid a foundation that we have the opportunity to continue to build on today. And with that inheritance, on that foundation, we will continue to make progress and add to their achievements with some of our own. Black History Month is our opportunity to celebrate that, to connect with our friends and neighbors in our community, and to share those stories with others in our province. When we can be curious and share with each other, it's a powerful way to break down barriers, to eliminate prejudice by building relationship and friendship. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunities I've had to learn and connect with many in our local communities who have been preserving these stories. And with our recent reminders of the continuing issues that we have with racism, discrimination, and hatred in our society, it's ever more important that we continue to celebrate, to fight for diversity and inclusion. And that's part of what we're doing here tonight, as we celebrate who we are, what we're striving to become, and our dreams of what this province can be the best for all Albertans.